Well, I think we're all here to welcome Steve Bannon to President Trump's least favorite country. I worry that some of those protesters may have confirmed the idea that Canada does present a pillowcase national security threat. But I'd like to begin tonight by taking the protesters' question very seriously. And to answer this question, why are we here? What are we hoping to achieve tonight? We're not here to mount an entertainment or to do a show. We are here to engage in the most important, the most dangerous challenge that liberal democratic institutions have faced since the end of communism. Steve Bannon is a figure from history, a very important person. He advised the President of the United States at a time when that future president was on his way to losing, and Steve Bannon helped to turn the campaign around. He has been an advisor to parties all across Europe, many of which hold power, as in Italy. He has been an advisor to the new president of Brazil. His Breitbart.com became an urgent force in American politics, transforming the way conservatism used to be into a new kind of political movement. And all of that is his work. So what do I hope to accomplish tonight by being here with him and engaging with him? First, I want to do three things. First, I want to speak to those who are genuinely undecided. There may not be so many, but you are important. And you may be wondering, does the kind of politics that Steve Bannon is speaking for and that President Trump articulates, does that politics offer me anything? Should I listen to it? And I'm here tonight to tell you, it offers you nothing. It does not care about you. It does not respect you. Steve Bannon has said, he said it to Michael Lewis in an interview in February, it is anger and fear that drives people to the polls. Anger and fear is what is offered, but nothing substantial. Second, in addition to those who are undecided, I want to speak to those of you who see President Trump's politics for what it is and who resist it. I know how worried you are. I know the fear that many feel. And I stand here to reignite your faith and to speak to your courage. These symbols that many of us wear tonight on our lapels remind us that this is not the first time that democracy has faced thugs and crooks and bullies and would-be dictators and those who seek to build themselves up by tearing others down. This is not the first time that such people have puffed themselves as the wave of the future. They were wrong then, they are wrong now. We are here to show that we are what our parents and our grandparents were, and the challenges and threats they met and overcame, we can do the same. But the last group of people I want to speak to, and maybe this is the most important, I want to speak to those who see Trump politics for what it is and who support it anyway. Many people are excited by the joy of destruction, wrecking things they could never build, smashing things they do not understand. Steve Bannon has talked, is in the quote, of burning everything down. I'm sure he means that metaphorically. But we are nearing the 80th anniversary of Kristallnacht, and there are people who understand burning non-metaphorically. And I'm here tonight to speak to all of them and to say, you will lose. You will lose. You have been winning. It has been 5 good years for those people, but you will lose. And when you lose, your children will be ashamed of you, and they will disavow you, and the future will not belong to you. And it starts tonight. Now, we have a definitional problem as we begin this debate, because we're using words that have large meanings, liberal, populist. We're not exactly sure how to use them. And it's strange, and many people have made the point, it's strange for me, a lifelong conservative, to be here on the liberal side of this debate. And I'm not a liberal. I am a conservative, but what I and other conservatives in the English-speaking world have historically sought to conserve is a liberal heritage. And this is something that conservatives and liberals share. We are trying to conserve a state that does not steal, a media that does not lie, courts that respect the rights of all, and voting that is available to everybody, even if the people who are counting the votes are afraid that those who are voting may vote against them. And what is populism? What is populism? It claims to speak for the people, but it always begins by subdividing the people and by saying some among the people, because of their skin or the way they pray or their gender or whom they love or how they conduct themselves or for some other reason. Some of the people are not the people, they are those people. Populism begins by dividing the country between those people and us people and saying those people do not matter and our people do. And it is only on that basis, and you see President Trump doing this again and again, where he will say things like, I got 52% of the vote of women. Well, that's not true. He got 52% of the vote of white women, but the others don't matter. For him, the people is always, always only part of the people. Those who think differently and those who report on our crooked business deals or our clandestine connections with hostile foreign powers, they are enemies of the people, even though they are exercising the rights that you would think would belong to the people. Why will this populist movement lose? And why will our liberal institutions prevail? And at bottom, it's for one reason, which is this new populism is a scam. It's a lie. It's a fake. It has nothing. Now, I don't mean that just in the sense that so many of its leaders are crooks, although they are. President Trump is a crook. Viktor Orban is a crook. Marine Le Pen is a crook. And I don't mean that in the sense they say things that are not true. I mean they are Viktor Orban is looting Hungary on a post-Soviet scale. Marine Le Pen finances her party with Russian money and by stealing European parliamentary funds. And Donald Trump is running the most unethical administration in American history, enriching himself as he goes. But I mean it in another way, because it is a scam even on its own terms. What do they deliver? Donald Trump is running the American economy the way he ran his family businesses. He inherited a fortune, has proceeded to dissipate it, and is telling everybody what a great job he's been doing. President Trump today took credit that in the month of October, 250,000 jobs were created in the United States. Congratulations, good number. There were 26 months under President Obama where that many jobs were created. And there are 5 months under President Obama when 300,000 jobs were created. It's not Donald Trump's doing, no matter how much he says it is. But here's what is his doing. The biggest trade deficit with China since before the Great Recession. And illegal immigration that is running faster than it ran in the 2 years before he took office. There's going to be a lot more to talk about tonight. But I want to just ensure all of you, liberal democracy is stronger than it looks.